Welcome back to the ranch. We have a great test today where we're going to pit two 38 Special plus P loads against each other. Their relationship is not immediately apparent. The Grizzly are 148 grain, list velocity of 1,050 feet per second, which seems a little optimistic for such a heavy bullet, although Underwood and Buffalo Bore are able to do it. We'll see how the Grizzly load does out of a 2-inch barrel. And the second one is Fiocchi Covert-X. Now, here is where the relationship comes in. Think back to last year when I tested those 148 grain Fiocchi Defense Dynamics, and they were a little slow. 38 Special Defense Dynamics by Fiocchi. Keep in mind the list velocity, 950. 797. 786, 806. Average of 793 feet per second. But I'll show you those hollow points. Now this is the relationship. The 148 grain projectiles by Grizzly, the one on the right here. Even these two are similar enough in design that I think you kind of get where I'm going with this. But to me, that 148 grain bullet looks exactly like the 148 grains that Fiocchi loads in their Defense Dynamics. So that's probably the same projectile. And I'm not sure what the relationship is between Grizzly and Fiocchi. They might just be buying bullets from Fiocchi and loading them a little bit hotter. I want to try that Grizzly because between the two of them, the Fiocchis are only claiming what? Oh, here we go. 1,100 feet per second for a 125 grain bullet. Whereas the Grizzly is claiming 1,050 feet per second for a 148 grain bullet. And I'm just going to test 4 of each. I'm going to get back about 6 feet and we'll test out that Grizzly load. 845, 829, 818, 801. For some reason, that round goes slower with each shot you take. It might be the barrel. Let's just review that string very briefly. High of 845, low of 801, an average of 823 feet per second. With the Grizzly ammo, that is well off from the 1,050 feet per second. But now let's try the Fiocchi Covert-X. We'll delete that string first of all. I'm going to shoot the Fiocchis, again from 6 feet back. 970. 987, 985, and 955. Let's review that string of 4. High of 987, low of 955, and an average of 974 feet per second. That is spectacular for a 125 grain 38 Special plus P load. I love it. I'm excited about testing these 2 rounds in the gel. I'm going to try to capture and chronograph a gel block shot. And the reason I'm doing that is because I felt I had suspicious results for the Grizzly ammunition in the chronograph section, particularly the velocities coming in 200 feet below list. And 2 inches of barrel, or even 3, shouldn't make that much difference when you're talking about 38 Special, but I guess it depends on the powder. But I will report the velocity test results and show you the gel test results. Okay. Well, The gel test results. Whew, that bullet's still warm. I mean, the bullet does technically defeat 4 layers of denim, but here it exited the top of the block because I was trying to get that gel block shot, and I did 824 feet per second. Again, a very nice spirally expansion cavity at the beginning, exits the block, and it exits the block right about 14.5 inches. So it easily passes the penetration test, but it bounced off the water jar with too little force to penetrate it. So it probably wouldn't have gone more than a couple more inches in the gel. I think what I'm going to do is try a bare gel shot. Try to go under the track of the denim shot. Same distance back. And very, very carefully. What did I do? Oh. I put it in right next to... I'm too squeamish about hurting my Pro Chrono. That shot only 816 feet per second. Let's see how deep that went. Full flowery expansion as anticipated. Looks like it's gone just over 13 inches in the gel. But then it may have benefited from slight track sharing with the denim shot, although actually I don't really think so. It doesn't appear to have veered. It doesn't appear to have affected the trajectory of the bullet at all. Let's get the calipers out. All right, here's that bare gel round. 63 caliber. That's respectable. How about the denim shot? That's probably the widest this way, huh? Here we go. This is the widest diameter on that denim shot. Partial expansion, but it is fairly good expansion. That breaks the 50% line. Definitely does not get the list velocity. Not anywhere close. Not within 200 feet. Okay, we're going to try a round of the Covert-X through the 4-layer denim and gel test. We have about 16.5 inches of gel, backed up by a bottle full of water I recycled from the slough. No, it's not my urine jar. But let's see if we can capture these 125 grain Fiocchi 38 Special Plus Ps. Crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. Okay, there's the entrance hole. Well away from the Grizzly. Well away from the earlier tests. And it tracks. I don't know if you can see that very well. That is a nice wide expansion cavity through that third melt block. And there, if I can line it up properly, it has stopped somewhere around the 12.5 inch mark. So what we'll have to do is shoot the bare gel and see if it fails to penetrate a full 12 inches, because it definitely handles the denim test with no difficulty. There, get this lined up right at the edge there. Amazing expansion cavity. And oh, look, it's gone 12.5 inches, just like its denim barrier companion, but it has expanded way bigger. You know what comes next? It's caliper time. Dig out that bare gel first. Oh man, I think that might be the widest diameter. 624. How about the narrowest way on that bear gel? 632. Okay, so that's obviously wider, not narrower. 628. I mean, just about any pedal you go with, that is a magnificent, magnificent bullet. All right, let's try the denim shot, which also obviously expanded. Good, tough second and third mount gel blocks we're dealing with here. 0.58. That's almost no difference. Yeah, 0.57. The denim barrier makes very little difference. Looks like the narrowest set of pedals is actually the biggest at 0.5945. That is darn near 60 caliber. Well done, Fiocchi. That is an amazing round for a Snubnose 38 Special plus P. All right, to be completely scientific about it, I decided to give the Grizzly a second 4-layer denim test just to make sure that we get the penetration and expansion characteristics right. All right, 16 inches of gel. I'm gonna get danger close again today because I know exactly where I want that Grizzly to be in the block. And did I get it? Yeah, I did. It does appear to have fully expanded. Let's see how deep it made it. 14 inches in. Get that? Yeah, that's lined up. And there it is at 14 inches. Dig that out and have a look at it. Let me grab the caliper. Very even expansion this time. Looks like 54. That's the threshold for 50% expansion. So yeah, that Grizzly has definitely defeated the 4-layer denim test and penetrated to 14 inches. I think the Grizzly may have won this round of it based on penetration, although the Fiocchi, the Covert-X, definitely did achieve the 12-inch mark in both of the tests we gave it. These are both definitely winners. These are both excellent rounds. I would give the edge to the Covert-X, but these are both excellent 38 Snubnose rounds. Thanks, folks. This is Dave from DDR. Have a great week.